The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hi my dear children, hope all of you are fine and healthy at home. Don't be lazy in watching the videos. I know my children all are active and energetic. Am I right, Vaishnavi? Yes. But how to get rid of laziness? For that, you have to just follow simple steps. Let me tell you. First of all, you have to change your mindset. Meditate for at least 10 minutes every day. Listen to the music. Surround yourselves with positive people. Don't forget your beauty sleep. Have a healthy, balanced diet. Dedicate a little time to helping others. Got it, children? Yes. Now, let us all pray together for the subsidence of Corona so that we can meet, enjoy and come into the school at the earliest. When we pray for others, God listens to us and blesses them. And sometimes when you are happy and safe, remember that somebody has prayed for you. So when we pray for each other, something supernatural take place. So take a moment and pray for everyone. Prayer brings miracle. So pray every day for everyone. Got it, children? Yes. Today, let us learn another poem where the poet says art is immortal and it can change the world. In the previous poem, we have learned that love is eternal and it will remain in the hearts of people forever. So here the poet says art is immortal. What do you mean by immortal? Immortal means never ending. It doesn't have end. Anashwaram. So the poem We Are the World, written by two famous dancers, Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie Jr. Both of them are dancers, singers, artists and songwriters. They try to tell people that they should care about people in need and should give them help. The song was written for the people who suffered from famine in Africa. The poets wanted to raise money for Africans by using this song. The theme of the poem is caring about and helping people in need. So let's read the poem. Listen to it. We are the world. There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying, and it's a time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone, somewhere will soon make a change. We all are a part of God's great big family. And the truth, love is all we need. Love is all we need. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we are making. We are saving our own lives. It's true, we will make a better day, just you and me. Send them your heart so they will know that someone cares and their lives will be stronger and free. As God has shown us by turning stone to bread, so we all must lend a helping hand. So we all must lend a helping hand. When you are down and out, there seems no hope at all. But if you just believe this, no way we can fall, well. Let's realize that a change can only come when we stand together as one. Let's realize that a change can only come when we stand together as one. So, the poem, We Are the World. There comes a time when we heed a certain call. Heed means to pay attention. When the world comes together as one, there are people dying, and it's time to lend a hand to life. Lend a hand to life means to help others, to help voluntarily, the greatest gift of all. So, now is the time to pay attention for the whole world to come together and help the people who are suffering. And it's the time to lend a hand to life. So it's the right time to lend a hand to life. That means it's a correct time to help the people, those who are suffering, the greatest gift of all. So, which is the greatest gift of all by God? Yes, helping others is the greatest gift of all by God. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We all are a part of God's great big family. And the truth, love is all we need. Love is all we need. So, the people should make a change in this world. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We all are part of God's great big family. And the truth, love is all we need. Love is all we need. So, the people should make a change in this world. We should not think that or pretend that someday someone will come and make a change in the world. That means we should not think that there aren't people out there suffering. We have to help everyone because we all are a part of God's great big family. We all are children of God. So we have to help the people who are less fortunate. For this, for help others, we should have mentality to love everyone. Everyone needs love, isn't it? Yes. So if we have this quality in our mind, surely we will help others. So the theme portrayed here is love. So we belongs to whose family? Yes, we all belongs to the family of God and we all are children of God. So what we have to do? We need to help each other. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we are making. We are saving our own lives. It's true, we will make a better day. So the poet says that we should help others. See, we are the ones who make a brighter day. Let's start giving. So the poet says that we are the world, we are the children. So who has to make a change? Yes, we have to make a change in the world and we can make a brighter day. So we need to start giving. We are saving our own lives. It's true. We will make a better day, just you and me. So we are making ourselves safe and at the same time we are helping others. So together we can make a brighter day. Send them your heart so they will know that someone cares and their lives will be stronger and free. The poet wants people to send their heart to the sad people, that is to show love, affection and care towards those who are sad. So they will feel that somebody is there for us and they will feel stronger. As God has shown us by turning stone to bread, so we all must lend a helping hand. Like God, who changed stone into bread, we can also do wonders in helping others. So we need to help each other. When you are down and out, there seems no hope at all. But if you just believe, there's no way we can fall. Well. The poet advises us how to act during the time of distress. When we are completely distressed and helpless, we should believe that there is no way for us to fall. We should have faith in us. Believe that we will not fall. Instead, we will handle the situation and rise up. Everything will be fine one day. We should stand together as one for a change. Change comes only when we stand together as one. The poem creates a sense of empathy, not sympathy. Because instead of pitying those people, we should try putting ourselves in their situation so we can understand how critical their situation is. So, we must love each other, help each other, which is the greatest gift of all by God. You have understood the poem? So, now let's move to the homework session. I am going to give a few questions and you have to write down the answers in your file. What, according to the lyricist, is the greatest gift of all? Second one, why do you think that we can't go on pretending forever? Third one, when will a change really come according to the lyricist? The last question, it's true, we will make a better day, just you and me. How? So, my dear children, go through the poem, read the text, and understand the meaning. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe at home. Until then, it's bye from your Hindu teacher. Thank you.